have some real concerns as to what this company is doing.
Dennis Kobel's major concern is still Atlantis, which by March is beginning to take shape.
Okay, at this point in time, things are coming together really well. The cities have basically been positioned, as are the bridges and the various factories, and they're all positioned correctly, and I have the graphics in at this point. The ships are being launched, although the graphics are still being trashed out at times, which indicates I've got a problem I've got to fix. And the motion is starting to become like I envision it, but I obviously going to have to do some work on that still. Their shots are active, although they're not moving fast enough. I can see that right now. And they also don't come out right on the barrels of the guns, which means I've got to work on that a little bit. And then I think at that point we'll start to have a pretty good game.
Imagic's first 3 games are released in the spring. Within weeks, one of them, Demon Attack, proves so successful that Bill Grubb raises his sales goal for 1982.
Our plan for calendar 1982 was to do between $10 and $11 million. With the early shipment of product in March and April, we now feel very confident that we will be able to do at least $25 million in this calendar year.
Grubb's optimism is also fueled by 10 new games scheduled for summer release, including Imagic's first games for the Intellivision system. These 10 games will form the heart of the company's Christmas sales push. Leading the pack will be Dennis Kobel's Atlantis. In May, Kobel has a prototype ready.
Basically, you have bad guys or alien ships that start off in a high orbit, and basically they work their way down a level at a time, and when they reach the bottom level, they'll turn on a death ray and try to destroy one of your installations in Atlantis. And you have 3 bases by which you can defend Atlantis. There's a center base, which is your most valuable because it's easiest to time your shots to hit the bad guys, or the side bases, which you basically have to shoot an angled shot. It's much more difficult. I give you a lot more points for doing that because it is more difficult. And we can actually go
By now, the game is ready to be played.
On the first wave, it's a wave-oriented game. The ships, they start working their way down. They're pretty slow, and basically I'm using the center base because it's very easy to hit them. And I'll use a side base here to get some of the shots. And as we progress through the waves, the ships will start to speed up. And as the ships, as they work their way down, you tend to lose portions of Atlantis. And what happens is I've got 5 installations here left. I'll let them go ahead and take me out here. As you can see, it gets pretty frenetic in the later waves here.
After development, Imagic's games are usually tested by kids while they're watched through a one-way mirror.
Okay, big smile over there on that one. You like that? Neither one has looked to the other one yet. I mean, to blame the other one for missing.
Yeah, that's right.
Game's over, guys.
Okay, so what did you think of that game?
Wow.
Hey, that says it all.
Blowing up
Me,
all
baby.
the time.
What about you, John? What do you like about it?
I like the way it's detailed. Everything looks detailed and realistic.
What about
We
you,
have 'em
Mark? Is
hooked.
there anything-
If the game seems like a winner, the next step is production. The production process is a simple one. The brain of each Atlantis game is a microchip and circuit board, costing about $3. The chips have been manufactured with the Atlantis program built into their memory. They are then merely placed in plastic cartridges, and a game is born. The entire process costs under $5 a game. Atlantis will then be sold to wholesalers for $16. By the time it hits retail shelves, it will sell for $26 to $32. That's assuming, of course, that the game does sell. The first big test is in June, when Atlantis and the rest of Imagic's new line debut at the Summer Consumer Electronics Show in Chicago.
It's very similar, I guess, to bringing a Broadway show onto Broadway, and this is our opening night, and the reviews will be our critics and our customers as to how they will receive our product. There is adrenaline that's been pumping since I woke up this morning. I wasn't able to sleep last night, and yes, I'm nervous. Everyone who embarks on such an endeavor like this My palms are sweaty. I am nervous.
The show is the single most important event of the year for Imagic, when stores from across the country begin their pre-Christmas buying frenzy.
That'll be the video. I need an audio out, which is just an RCA.
Ah, damn.
The first night includes a nervous rehearsal of a presentation to the company's sales representatives.
Let me see how many lines I can blow. Once again, welcome. The 5 months that have passed since we last got together as a group have gone by very quickly. We promised delivery in April. We started in March. We said the product would blow off the shelves. The empty shelves speak for themselves.
The sales reps are then introduced to the new games. Across the hall, Grubb is ecstatic with their reaction.
Someone else came up and said it was like an inspirational meeting. I mean, he was ready to say, "I believe!"
Bill had him down.
All I wanted him to say is, "Yes, I'll sell." There are some things that I will say that everyone maybe thinks that they understand, but it's the most important 4 days we have in selling for the next year. Start to read name badges very carefully. The ones that we're mostly concerned with are the distributors and the retailers. There'll be a lot of competition there. The names of our suppliers are confidential information. We don't want to tell anyone where we're getting our packaging or who has designed our packaging or who we're buying our chips from. There are a number of brand new companies that are going to be in this business. Let them tough it out for themselves and let them go through the school of hard knocks that we had to go through.
The show is also an opportunity to find out exactly what the competition is up to.
I got a pocket full of quarters and I'm headed to the arcade. I don't have a lot of money, but I'm bringing everything I made. 'Cause I got Pac-Man fever. Pac-Man fever. It's driving me crazy. Driving me crazy. I got Pac-Man fever. Pac-Man fever. I'm going out of my mind. Going out of my mind. I got Pac-Man fever. Pac-Man fever. I'm going out of my mind. Going out of my mind.
Between 3 and 6 o'clock in the evening, late afternoon, you have a great deal of kids watching television then. They don't
Business
watch
at the Imagic booth is booming, with Grubb doing much of the selling himself. For the buyer from Montgomery Ward, a chief concern is TV advertising.
And then a good deal of the older kids, you know, the 12, the 14-year-olds, watch Monday Night Football. So that's an area that we're looking at. We're then looking to go on Children's Network, which is Saturday morning. And there we capture a good deal of the younger audiences.
And the booth isn't the only place where business is good. Outside, in this motorhome, international sales manager Stan Peters is working foreign buyers, in this case, West Germans.
When you look at this, it's very difficult to distinguish what language it is. It looks basically just like a lot of writing. What do you think if we were to put here, just headline it, English, underline it, Francais for French, Deutsch for German.
In our feeling and understanding, we are around 2 years behind the American market in this kind of business. So we expect not an immediate great business, but in the next 2 or 3 years, a big business.
By the time the show closes, Atlantis' sales figures are star quality, with more than $4 million in committed orders. Imagic's total from the show is $24 million. That's for a company that originally hoped to do $11 million all year. So once again, Bill Grubb raises his sales goal.